Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Behind Enemy Lines, the football podcast where we pontificate about teams from behind enemy lines. I'm the resident Cardinals fan that lives in New England, DT, joined as always by our resident Jet fan who lives in New England, and Jay, our resident Bucks fan who also lives in New England, Coxie, and representing the Philly contingency of Giants Nation, we have Uncle Mario as always. How are all you boys doing? I want to talk, we missed a couple weeks, so off the top I want to talk about us missing a week. That was because it was Big Jay's birthday, and things got a little wiggly and a little weird, so we missed a week and we're indisposed for recording at that time. So my sincerest apologies there. And also with the uploading schedule being weird with the holidays, this is actually a time of recording happening 15 minutes before the Cardinals kick off. So I'm hoping we can get picks out before that happens and just after a Bucks game that could be loosely described as a football game. But we'll get into that as well. But I hope everybody watching had a safe and happy holidays with their family and friends, and hope you can kind of bear with us as we miss that week and as we're late this week. But we're happy to come at you with more hot takes, cold takes, and just general football analysis from a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about. But to get into things just really fast and see how everybody's doing, Cox, you guys again had what could loosely be described as a football game just now. How you feeling?
I feel good for clinching a playoff spot. First time since 2007, so that feels nice. The offense really clicked in that first half, which is really needed. Much more use of pre-snap motion in order to get a better read on defense, which is Tom Brady's huge MO. So that offense looked a lot more like in sync. So going forward into week 17 here, that'll be nice. And then playoffs. To the playoffs.
Yeah, first team and hopefully not the only team so far this foursome to clinch a spot. So congrats there, and congrats on the new hoodie. That looks very fresh, present from Santa. So look at that. We love having new gear here. Uncle Mario, how are you doing? I know we had a little bit of a battle a couple weeks ago. Didn't quite go your way, but I hope you're licking your wounds and you're still feeling all right because your team's still really got a spot and they're really, really good. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. We still have a shot. We'll see. I still have the brown paper bag that I cut the eyes out under just in case. I'll definitely rock that out. But listen, we have a shot. I think we just go as far as the quarterback's health. If Jones can get back to somewhat of the mobile quarterback he is, I think we'll be okay. But other than that, I'm crossing my fingers. Congratulations, Cox, on the Bucks. They're already dubbing it the slaughter in Tampa Bay. So congratulations on that. But yeah, everything's good, man. So
good. So glad to hear it. Glad you had a great holiday. And Jay, how we feeling there, Mr. Birthday Boy, into Christmas, into this whole whirlwind of emotions that you must have going on as a Jets fan right now?
Well, speaking of paper bags, I've had one not under my bed, on my bedside table for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. Holidays are great. My team blew the Trevor sweepstakes, but we'll get into that later, I feel like.
Yeah, 100%. And Jay and I both are rocking a gift from Santa, actually me. It's a dual gift, the only New York Jets jersey I'm ever going to wear, and it's based off of a joke. Show you the back real fast. It's based off of Quinnen Williams' sneeze debacle from a few months ago.
I'm plugged in, so I can't go all the way around.
Are you really best friends if you don't rep each other's jerseys? Let's just be honest. Like,
that was the sound of all 10 people shutting off the podcast.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. That's rough. So we all had a very, very happy holidays, it seems like. Again, I'm cautiously optimistic about the Cards as well. Could put a couple of good quality wins together. These last two games in the stretch run are really going to decide things for us, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But to get into headlines here, the major things that happened over the last week and a half or so, maybe a little more than that, are upsets abound. The more minor one being the Bengals upsetting the Steelers. And the major one, at least for podcast implications and the people here, is that the Jets somehow, some way, for some reason, beat the Rams. So I think I want Jay to kind of to run me through this at first because what the hell you guys doing over there, huh?
I don't know. Why can we not beat good teams when we need to beat good teams, and then when we absolutely need them to lose to good teams, they beat the good teams? I don't understand what the hell happened there. As far as like the game itself, like I was telling you earlier, the defensive line just dominated that game. Like Quentin Williams was on a whole nother level. The defensive line as a whole actually was on a whole nother level, just in Goff's face all game. And I think that was the difference.
Yeah, it was really impressive.
Sam played a good game, but he wasn't like lights out, you know. I think it really was the defensive line. And you can tell those, like, look, no team wants to go 0-16 because that's forever you will be known as one of those teams that went 0-16. Like Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes or not, no team wants to go 0-16. You need to win at least one. So I get why I get what happened there. They still want to win fucking games. I mean, I don't blame them. It's their livelihood. But it still sucks to, I mean, probably lose out on the Trevor sweepstakes because Glennon's starting for the Jags tomorrow, and I don't see him beating the Bears.
Yeah, that's a choice. That's a choice by them for sure. But to go from New York to New York, Uncle Mario, let's talk about this. What are you thinking about either of the upsets? I know you'll probably also highlight the one that are suffering Jets fans talking about, but where are you at on that?
I really didn't think that the Steelers-Bengals game was that big of a surprise. I think that the Steelers are just a shell of the team that they were in the beginning of the season, losing Dupree and Bush. That defense is just not the same. They're just not the same. So I wasn't really too surprised with the Bengals game, the Steelers. The Jets one, it's just in Jets fashion. Only the Jets could win a game they didn't need. Listen, it reminds me of shades of last year for the Giants when we would have Chase Young right now, but we had to win a game against the team that actually got Chase Young. Just stupid. It's like sometimes you just gotta listen. You don't want to just be like all out and say, "All right, we're starting all the practice squad guys today." But I mean, you call certain plays that just get you through the game. You don't want anybody getting hurt, But I just think it's just crazy. But you know what? Stranger things have happened. Can the Jaguars beat the Bears? Of course they can. We'll see which Mitch Trubisky shows up.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe it'll be a Christmas. It'll be a Christmas miracle, Jay.
Yeah, the tale of two QBs. The one who looks like he might have played football before, and the one who looks like he's never seen one in his life. Those are the two Mitch Trubiskys, and it's unbelievable to me that like how bad he can be. Like I don't think I've seen anybody worse when they're like bad. You're just like, he doesn't look like he's ever played this game. He's just out there. They're like, what am I doing here? That's too much.
He got drafted after 12 starts in college. That's all the sample size I had.
Welcome to the show, kid.
I was like, I don't know, 12 starts. That's okay. That's a move, I guess. I would have taken Watson with that pick.
Well, they probably would have now too, to be sure. Cox, talk to us about the upsets.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Steelers Bengals game, like everyone said, like we're not super shocked by it. I think what it does highlight though is that Pittsburgh offense is bad. It's bad. Ben can't. I think ultimately what it shows is that Ben's arm is not 100%. It's not healed at all. He can't throw the ball downfield. They're doing these little 8 yard, 8 to 4 yard like dump off passes all the time, and everyone's keyed in on that now. Everyone knows. So they can't move the ball. So it wasn't a super shock. But the Jets game, that was a shock. I mean, that Rams team was cooking. And they were looking to really, really make a surge here late to try and win that division. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that now. But we'll see if they can bounce back this week against Seattle. So, but losing the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes is big for the Jets. But I still think they can be savvy enough in the offseason and build around Sam to where this isn't like a total loss. But they have to actually play poker now. They don't just have they don't have a straight flush on the table. They actually. So we'll see if they can do that.
Yeah, I agree.
That's an excellent way to put that.
Yeah.
Excellent way to put it.
100%.
They're sitting. It's not like they're sitting with a second string quarterback. Sam's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the Jets have a ton of picks.
Yeah.
And they have a ton of cap space.
Yeah.
So
I think.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I think the move is you take the tackle from Oregon and you build a wall around Sam and see what happens. I think that's the move.
Absolutely.
That's just me.
That's all move.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I have a biased opinion because I like Sam. He seems like a really, really nice guy, and he makes some of these throws that like he shouldn't make, that it makes you believe. So I guess that's just my biased opinion.
Yeah. Well, we got to remember he's still crazy young. Again, I'm going to keep bringing it up on the podcast. I'm sure there's already a drinking game out there. Drink every time DT tells you that Sam Darnold's younger than Joe Burrow, because I do it a lot. But I think there's a lot of potential there. But what is exciting to me, if I'm a Jets fan, is you get to see if Joe Douglas has the magic in him. You've given him a playground now. He's got to show how savvy he can be. And I think that will be an indicator of confidence going forward for the franchise.
And if I can, I'd like to propose a different way to go about the offseason, because that Cincinnati really wants to take as well.
Yes.
So see what you can squeeze out of them, because you got them by the ball. Because you can just threaten to take him, because it doesn't hurt you either way. You either get a great tackle or you get a great position player. So just squeeze what you can out of them. See what you can get. If you can swap picks and get something back as on top of that, then you can go out and get that LSU wide receiver. I forget his name off the top of my head.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Go get him.
Yeah.
And then go sign a wide receiver in the offseason. Go get like a Chris Godwin. Go pay him spend a ton of money.
Yeah. Would you take in a theoretical deal like that, would you take swapping picks and Boyd for that?
I don't think they'd want to get rid of Boyd.
Right.
But why not take AJ Green?
Because he's old.
He's old, but he's played the game. A lot of your team's going to be young, so it provides some decent veteran wideout talent. He's still decent. He's not your number one. You're still going to have to go pay a number one, but he's not bad.
Good piece, yeah.
I think you're forgetting about the emergence of Mims though, because I think
that's fine. But Green doesn't have to play. But I mean, he's still somewhat injured. So I mean, but he can still be, a nice piece on top of swapping picks, and then go get a young wideout and sign a number one.
What's really frustrating, I think, for the Jets is you really don't know what you have on that offense. I mean, Mims, I think, is going to be a baller. You have Crowder and Perryman, but you have Gase calling the plays, and he's horrible. Yeah. I mean, he's bottom of the barrel.
They got to get rid of him.
It really is a shame.
He has a track record of whenever somebody leaves the Gase offense, they become 5 times better. Look at Tannehill. Look at who was the wide receiver that they traded away? Landry. When they traded Landry away. And Kenyon Drake, when they traded him away, he had an emergence in that offense in Arizona. So he has a history of people. I think that's why Jets fans are holding hope, because they're like, well, just get Darnold out of that fucking Gase offense and maybe he'll, flourish.
I really think you should bring in Brian Daboll, because I mean, with Josh Allen has been remarkable.
Oh, it's incredible. Incredible.
I think bring him in. You can have him, really coach up Sam Darnold and really get that offense cooking.
Yeah,
got to bank on is getting that offense cooking.
Yeah, could be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see it going forward, I think.
And And I won the over-under on the how long it would take for Cox to bring up Josh Allen to
Mm.
the podcast.
Oh, Big Blue.
Send me my money.
Oh God, what a mess! Yeah, I'm not even out of the first segment. That works. Oh God. So next up, any final thoughts first on either of these upsets or the implications or anything like that? I think we were good on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up, a little bit, we don't normally do like drama pieces here, but I thought this was too hilarious to not include. Earlier this week, Dwayne Haskins caught maskless with a bunch of female performers of sorts, spending ballerinas, spending a lot of money, and partying maskless, and the ramifications of which have included he's been fined by the team, he's been removed of his captainship status, but somehow Ron Rivera like struck a deal with Goodell where like he can practice and play after breaking COVID protocols, which I have a lot of question marks about and haven't seen really the details on. And I just wanted this as a little bit of a drama piece because I know we got a lot more to go over. So I figured this would be a nice little layup toss about just to hear you guys' take on this hot tea. So since I ended with Cox last time, let's start with him this time. What do you think about this?
I think in the words of our current president, boom, get him out. He shouldn't be playing. He shouldn't be practicing. He shouldn't do anything. Now, if it comes out that he doesn't test positive at all, that strip club should be commended because those have got to be the cleanest strippers on the face of the planet. So other than that, he shouldn't be practicing. He shouldn't be playing. He should be anywhere around anybody. Especially, it's really odd that Ron Rivera would strike this deal, considering what was it like 2 months ago? He just finished cancer treatment. He shouldn't be anywhere around that facility at all. This is just so ridiculously stupid and short sight. Like, how dumb can you be? How out of touch can you be? I just don't get it. I just don't. And plus, like, what are you celebrating? Like what do you have to be happy about?
I'm the starter again. Let's go.
Everyone acknowledges that you suck.
Oof.
That Alex Smith is better than you, a man who just came off of having his leg be basically not a leg anymore. Like I just don't get Dwayne Haskins at all. I just don't get it.
100%. Mario, what do you got?
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, we are talking about Cox. You just said out of touch. We are talking about the Washington team. I mean, seriously. I mean, how long have they held on to that name? And you know, and they're going to start him. You watch. They're going to start him. And I think if they do start him, because I was just reading the other day that there's a good chance he's going to play.
Oh, sorry. Big play by Kirk. I think we have to take the predictions out of. I think we have to take Arizona Niners out of the predictions because I'm watching the game on my other screen.
Now,
okay. I have Arizona winning the game because we have to. The end.
I will also take Arizona.
I will also take Arizona. Okay.
Everybody's got Arizona?
Everyone's got Arizona.
Yeah.
Lovely. I apologize for those. I might have some outbursts during this because this game's on now. So
I know you didn't want everybody to know about your battle with Tourette's, but I guess.
Oh God, that's not very cash money to say. Oh man, Jay, get us out of this by talking about the Dwayne Haskins and how he fucked up more than what's going on right now.
I think again, just like Mario said about Cox's point. Yeah, like read the room, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You just got named the starter again, and you're like holding this starting job by a thread, at most, right? And you go and do that shit in in Seattle. Not even like if it was in Washington, maybe I can give you some benefit of the doubt. I guess,
or Atlanta.
But,
yeah.
Like, you're in the epicenter of the fucking pandemic, man, and it's just a bad look for him. I think one of the knocks on him in the draft was that he, he had character issues,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's why he fell to what was it, like 15, I think 15, 16,
Something like that.
Washington
Well,
grabbed him.
Yeah, he was mocked out to the Giants on so many mock drafts, and I thanked God when they didn't pick him. And just another thing that really burns me up too, watching that game last week was, do I really have to hear Jonathan Vilma like with pom poms and a fucking cheerleading outfit on about how Dwayne Haskins looks so amazing? The guy had 2 picks. 2 horrible picks, and that's all I got to hear about how Dwayne Haskins this and Dwayne Haskins that. Give me a break.
Yeah.
The only reason the guy's starting is because Alex Smith is hurt, and he'll go back to the bench when he's back. And the guy's a tool, and he's another Achilles Smith, one of those guys.
Oh my God, what a name!
That's a poll.
I really had to dig deep in the back of my mind for a bust, and that's the guy that came to my head. Dwayne Haskins is an idiot.
Yeah, I mean that's the bottom line, and I think
that's all you need to say.
The last thing, just because I haven't gotten really to contribute much to this point, is, and to piggyback off of what Jay was saying about character issues, I think weirdly the biggest portion of all this is the fact that they removed his captain status. You know how bad you have to be to have that happen? Like, that's a vote of no confidence from every aspect of the organization.
Also, quick question. Why in the hell was he a captain to begin with?
I think it's a general protocol. I think it's a general protocol to make your starting QB a captain. I know it's not every team, but like,
they were listening to Jonathan Vilma last.
Yeah, they must have.
Must have been it.
They were listening to Jonathan Vilma. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, your QBs,
on Jonathan Vilma.
You like him?
not as an analyst.
Mm-hmm. No,
player for the Jets.
No, but I think the idea is that they lead your offense, so they should be a team leader, and so normally they. But
he don't lead shit.
No, he doesn't. So I think that was very telling, and I think it was a good move. And it's not good for the future of Haskins there, I don't think. There any final thoughts on this before we go into picks?
No.
No.
All right. Well, in terms of picks, it was a very diverse week 2 weeks ago. Everybody has different records for the first time. Ryan going 9-6, Jay tearing off a 10-5 run, Mario going 8-7, and me, little old me, being the first person in the history of the podcast to actually go under 500 with picks at 7-8. And that narrows the lead down to I'm 89-47, Jay's 87-49, Ryan's 85-51, meaning the race between first and third is 4 games. Mario at 26-18 since he came in. We could round up the percentages and see at the end where you rank if we want to do it percentages wise in the essence of fairness. But in terms of pure games, this is anybody's race. A lot of these things could be determined. I wanted to record on Wednesday so that we had more games to pick from. Things got a little squirrely. We just did our Arizona pick. I was going to cover the game. It's happening currently live right now, and I believe we're in the red zone. But I think the keys are the same as they've been all year. Stay disciplined. Let your talent do the talking. I think I'm confident that we can get a win here. I think we're getting hot at the right time, which is very, very key. And I think that loss to the Jets proved to me that the Rams are more similar to us than I expected. Well, they'll win games, they'll look dominant, they'll look good, and then there'll be some real fucking head scratchers in there. So I'm less afraid of the Rams going into next week as I was. But again, this is a must win, so I'm taking the Cards. 49ers are all over the place in terms of their injuries and reliability. I think Kittle being back could be scary. But I'm excited and eager to hopefully keep our momentum going so we can make that run, clinch that playoff spot, and maybe scare some teams down the road here. Field goal is good. 3-0 Cards currently. Anybody else? I know the game's currently going on, but anybody have any thoughts or opinions about this matchup or the Cards down the stretch that they want to talk about? I don't want to spend too much time on this if we don't have anything to say because it's an active game.
Part of me wanted to switch my pick to the Niners, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
I appreciate that.
Because I just want to make up ground.
No, that's fair.
Going against your team.
No, that's fair.
But then I realized, they're in Arizona. I think they'll win.
Nice. Any other thoughts on this game? Like I said, I want to kind of move along unless anybody's got anything they want to say about my team to my face in front of God and the audience right now.
No, thank you.
All right, lovely stuff.
This is a family podcast.
Yeah. Again, we'll go with the game that already happened. If we got any real quick analysis about Bucks versus Lions, Cox, what do you think?
It wasn't a game. Again, just Bucks used pre-snap reads. Did a much better job of that. Better, and now next week doesn't matter. It's more just a rehearsal. And just to kick the Falcons' ass and then go get ready for the playoffs. That's it.
Nice. Jay or Unc, you guys got anything to add?
I just want to say to. Oh.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I just want to say to Cox, congratulations, because I know what it's like to root for a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 10 plus years. It fucking sucks. It must be an exciting fucking year for you. Yeah, just congrats, man.
Thank you. It's I'm looking forward to it. I haven't watched playoff football in a while.
Good shit. Mario.
Congratulations, Cox. Congratulations. But before the game, I know a lot of the talk before the game, the broadcast was talking about Tom Brady's inconsistencies, but what's the best medicine? You play the Lions. You play the Lions, and all is well in the world in Tampaville. So congratulations, and it was just it was one of those games where they just got the right opponent to get their the blood flowing and their momentum going. So I think it's going to really kind of springboard them to the game next week.
100%. I echo those statements. And as I was talking about Arizona kind of getting hot at the right time, I think those statements are also true. The Bucks, again, great opponent to tune up and fucking ring some bells, and they certainly did that. And they're looking like I was hoping it was going to be the Cards that were the scary wild card team, but I think it's close between the two of them. I don't think anybody wants to face those two teams in the first round, and I think it's going to be some fun football. If we win and Chicago loses, we're in, and that makes the Rams game irrelevant. That's what I would prefer. But I'm not holding my breath for good old Mike Glennon to get the job done down there.
I wouldn't.
But
a thing or two about Mike Glenn.
Yeah, but hats off to you. It should be exciting. I hope to see you there at some point down the road in the playoffs, and those podcasts will be supremely spicy if it does happen. Let's go. Lovely stuff, boys. Jay, you got the hot Jets on a flaming 1-game win streak. Go.
They are objectively hot.
Against the Browns.
Oh man, this is gonna be. Well, here's the thing. I hope the Browns don't fucking brown here. Like I need them to be.
You go on a streak to end the season.
As far as prediction, I think the Browns fucking just absolutely destroy the Jets. It's not even gonna be close.
Good.
Am I still on or no?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, cool. No one said anything, so all right. No, Nick Chubb's gonna run all over him. Quinn Williams is out for the rest of the year, so.
That sucks for him. He was having a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was having an amazing year. He should have been the Pro Bowl, in my opinion.
We'll talk about that later. Hold those things off.
Yeah. But the defensive line's gonna be hurting a bit. Nick Chubb, in my opinion, I've said this on a podcast before, is the best pure runner in the NFL, in my opinion.
He's ridiculous.
I think Baker does just enough to. I think it'll be probably 28 to 10. I think Sam tries his damnedest, but it's just not enough,
Yeah. Fair enough. I think it'll be, again, I think you guys still want to lose that game. So
we do.
That's, I think that's what we want. So while it's rough, I think that's the right call. Uncle Mario, what do you got?
I think the Browns, listen, we saw last week when the Giants couldn't generate a pass rush and get to Baker Mayfield, he just sits back there and he'll just pick you apart. And especially with Quinnen not playing, I really don't see the Jets really forming any kind of pass rush. I really don't. And that Browns offensive line is actually really, really good.
Really good.
Even they threw in a couple rookies in last week, and it was like there was no drop off. There was no drop off. So hey, there's gonna be some guys coming out of that Browns offensive line that are going to be free agents that are like decent because their rookies behind them are going to be starting next year.
Golden and Kennard with a huge sack. Just for my Giants fan.
Yeah. And I don't see, yeah, man, it hurts me every time. And I don't see that secondary. I mean, besides May, I mean, the Jets secondary isn't very good. I mean, there's some young guys, Lamar Jackson. So no, I just think the Browns pick them apart. I can just totally see. I can see like 31-14.
Yeah, I think that's a fair score.
Something that range.
Yeah, definitely. Coxie, what do you got?
Yeah, the Browns beat the teams they should. Like, I'll give the Browns this, that when they go up against a team that they're projected to beat, 99% of the time, they're going to beat that team. They don't go to sleep against teams that they, are supposed to, just walk all over. And the Jets are a team that they should walk all over, and they're gonna. It's gonna be a duel between Chubb and Hunt. That combination in the backfield has just paid so many dividends for them over the course of the year, and really taking a lot of pressure off of Baker, especially in the absence of OBJ. And I actually think that you can start to have the conversation of, are they better without him?
They absolutely are.
I think they're absolutely better without him. And so it'll be interesting, one, to see what happens with him in the offseason. But in terms of this game, Chubb and Hunt are going to have days. Landry will probably have a day. The offense will get going, and they'll just chew clock. And they can do that.
Yeah.
They can just decide to, if we think we're going to run over you, we're gonna, and we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have probably 2/3 of the possession, and it'll just be another day at the office for them. And it'll be probably a low-scoring affair, but it'll be one of those games where the game it'll be like a 20. I think it's going to be like a 24 team kind of contest, but it'll never be in doubt. Like, the Browns will always they'll be the team that's going to win.
Like garbage touchdowns or something from Sam, something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think you can probably get something on that defense, like that. Oh my God, the Browns defense! It's a good defense.
Yeah,
but you can still score some points on them. I mean, hell, look what the Ravens did to them, and that's a pretty one-dimensional offense.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you can score on them and you can score a lot on them if you get them on an off day. But I mean, the Jets aren't. They've ridden that high. They're not gonna get to. So I think you can bank on the Jets losing every game the rest of the year. So Browns will, like I said, probably win this one like 24-13, but it won't look that close. It'll look like a beatdown.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the Browns a Cardinals-esque victory over them. Make it like 30-10, because that was, I think, the score of the game when we played them, because Chubb's gonna run like a lot.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be for like many
Huge Chubb guy.
yeah. For many yards and many touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be a game for him. No, you can't. But that's
he's right there. It's drop off, really.
Yeah. But I think, again, this will be, I think, potentially Buccaneers-esque in terms of like getting the right opponent to tune up for the playoffs.
It's fair.
And I think they'll take the opportunity, because they've done that this year. Like Cox says, they beat the teams they should. They show up on time, on schedule, and they go to work. They get their lunch pails and they go to work. That's the one thing about that team.
Yeah.
Which we never used to say about them.
Right.
Ever. And I think they should be commended for, in what it seems like 2 or 3 years, they've completely turned this entire franchise around. And they're going to end their playoff drought this year too. And
they're going to be in there.
In the NFL are going to be done.
Yeah,
absolutely
done.
It's impressive. It truly is.
Yep.
But yeah, I also have the Browns in that game. I think Sorry, Jay. I think next year is looking a lot brighter. Well, it was looking a lot brighter for you 2 weeks ago, but it's still looking very bright for you guys, and I'm eager to see how the offseason goes for you.
The thing is about the NFL, that my favorite part about the NFL is no one knows what the fuck's going to happen any given year.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about the NFL.
I'll tell you this though, the team that I'm most interested in this is now the New York Jets. 100%. Whatever they do, it's now a piece. It's an article. It's going to be interesting what they decide.
Yeah, to see how they build.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure, it's gonna be an interesting offseason no matter what happens.
Totally. Any final thoughts, boys?
No.
Lovely stuff. Mario, Giants versus Ravens. Tell me all about it, Unc.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see another beatdown this week. Jones is going to start.
Yeah.
That just came out.
Do you agree with that?
I don't know, because I don't know how healthy he is. I mean, listen, I know the coach has come out and said that if he can defend himself, if he can keep himself, protect himself, then I'll start him. So I'm going to take that. But he said the same thing against the Cardinals, and they showed what happened. I'm worried about it. I think he's on a shorter leash this week than he is when he started his last start against the Cardinals. I think they'll see how he does. If he's moving around, he's doing okay. I think he stays in. But I think if he struggles and he can't really, get out of the pocket and do the things that they want him to do, the offense they call for him, then I think it's going to be, we're going to go right to McCoy. So I think both of them get time with the ones this, in practice. I'm sure they did this week, and we'll see. I mean, there are some key players hurt on both teams. I know Marquise Brown is questionable at wideout, so we'll see. And how healthy is Blake Martinez? He was a full participant, which is big. He was limited last week. I don't think he was as disruptive as he could have been last week. So that's going to be big, because we're going to need guys to contain Lamar. And the number one guy back this week is James Bradbury. You can totally see last week. We were exposed last week without Bradbury. We were exposed. You got McKinney, who was a high draft pick of ours at safety last week, played, but he was hurt all year. So he's just starting to get his legs under him. So like I said, I'm not really expecting a lot from this team. I just want to see growth. And I'd like to see a showing. I'd like to see a better outing than last week against the Browns. And, you never know. The Ravens are weird. The Ravens will have a game where, look, against the Browns, they blew them out. And then they'll have a game where they struggle. And when they played the Cowboys, they beat them. But the first half of that game, it was just back and forth. It was pretty sad, the game. So who's going to show up? Which team's going to show up? So, listen, I hate to go against my boys, but I think the Ravens pull it out. I'm going to say I'm going to say 28 to 17 Ravens.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Jay.
You know what? I need to catch up. Give me the Giants here, 21-17.
Any particular reason for that?
I don't trust the Ravens at all. I just think they're not a good team. I think we just think they're a good team because of their history in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I think, look, the Giants have been weirdly streaky. I think they could easily start a new little streak here. So yeah, 21-17 Giants.
Coxey.
From your mouth to God's ears.
It's weird. The Giants are in such a weird spot, because normally when you're 5-9, you're not making the playoffs. You have no shot at making the playoffs. And in this case, you would sit Daniel Jones for the rest of the year, let him get healthy, and you'd sit a lot of your other players that are banged up or whatever for the rest of the year and let them get healthy. Blake Martinez would not be playing. But you're still in a playoff fight. And that's the reality of your situation. You have to play these people. You have to play them. You have to try and get every ounce you can out of them, because with Dwayne Haskins at quarterback, the football team could lose every game the rest of the year, and you could win them, and you could be in. All you don't even have to win this game. All you have to do is win week 17 and have Washington lose out, and you win. You're in. So I don't think they're going to win this game, because the Ravens are in a similar situation, because they're on the outside looking in, and they have to continue to win in order to and hope that the Dolphins lose. So they're going to come out, and they're going to come out and play, especially coming off of last week. They're going to come out and play. And I honestly, I don't think Daniel Jones is anywhere near healthy enough to be playing meaningful games like this. And I think it really sucks that he has to. I think it's going to be a closer game than maybe like than some pundits might have it being. But I still think this is going to be a double digit. I mean, spread is 10 points, and I don't know if the Giants are going to cover that. So I think Baltimore will take this probably like 34 to 20. They can still score points, but they're just not going to be able to keep up with Baltimore at all. And I think Blake Martinez not being 100% really does, because I've watched him so many times this year just start at going one way with everybody and across the field and tackle the running back for just for 2 yards, or completely save a touchdown. And he really is a marvel at the linebacker in terms of stopping the run and containing. He's really, really good at that, and really good at holding that edge. And I really think him not being 100% is going to hurt them. It really is.
All right. Yeah, that's a lot of great analysis there. Boys, I have the Giants. And the reason I have the Giants is because I don't, a lot like what Jay was saying, I don't trust the Ravens. They're very one-dimensional. If Hollywood Brown's out, they're even more one-dimensional. And I do still like that defense. It's shown me some flashes of elite defensive play. I think Martinez being questionable is tough. I think if he plays, then definitely hammer down on the Giants here. But what it comes down to for me is that one-dimensional rushing offense of the Ravens versus, a very well-coached and competitive team who is, again, they're both trying to make playoff pushes. I get that. The road is better paved for the Giants because the Ravens still have to rely on Dolphins blowing it down the line. And I'm not fully confident that's going to happen. So I think the Giants need it more. I think they're better coached. I'll take Judge in that coaching matchup every day. And I think that defense is the big X factor. If the Giants defense plays like I've seen them play, like in Seattle and in a couple of these other games, whether it's Jones or whoever, as long as they start, if they score a couple times, I think they can get something and steal one in a lot of ways here.
I really hope they can.
So
I do want the Giants to make the playoffs. I would love to see them.
Yeah, I do too. But that's the reason I'm taking them. Is I've not been sold on the Ravens all year. I think, again, their biggest threat, well, Mark Andrews, I guess, is their biggest aerial threat, but still, regardless, the Giants have two great corners, and the Ravens have one now true receiving threat. So the numbers don't lie there. I like a lot of the stuff defensively that the Giants are doing. So something's drawing me to pick them. And then thirdly, I want to see my boy Mario happy. He's had a rough slide of it. So I'm taking the Giants here.
Right here.
Of course, brother.
To God's ears. I would love to see it, but
it'd be great. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Any more thoughts on that game before we get rocking here? No? The fucking Niners just scored, so I'm upset. But fucking Niners. Fuck those guys. Later tonight, probably it'll be up before it'll be up. This game probably just after the podcast gets uploaded. Dolphins v Raiders. Let's start with Cox.
There is not a bigger game. I don't think there's actually a bigger game this weekend. Playoff implications in this game, because the Raiders have to win just to stay alive in the playoff conversation, and the Dolphins, the Dolphins have to win out, and that's going to be tough because they have like we just talked about the Ravens, Giants this week, but then they also have the Bengals next week. That's a pretty easy schedule. The Dolphins have the Raiders, and then they have to go to
Buffalo
and try and beat the Bills. Now the Bills might be, we've already nailed the number 2 seed, we're everything's set for us, rest people mode. If that's the case, then it's a little easier. But this is pivotal. And I think this is also pivotal in terms of coming down the stretch here. Who is Tua? Who is he? What is he going to bring to this organization at the quarterback position? Because we've seen what Ryan Fitzpatrick can bring. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is a playoff caliber quarterback with this team. We've seen that. But have we seen that from Tua? I think last week we saw, against the Patriots, we saw a quarterback much in the mold of what a young Tom Brady was to the New England Patriots in terms of not making mistakes, not losing you the game, making the plays at the right time, and having that poise under pressure. Now, Tua has been quoted as saying that the NFL has come a lot easier to him. It's been a lot easier of a transition than he thought it was going to be. Well, we're really going to see if that's the case in these next 2 games. These are huge games for the. I really, really think Flores is going to have them playing. He's going to have them ready. But I think it's going to come down to, is Tua ready for these big moments? Is Tua poised enough for these big moments? And can he lead this team to the playoffs? And I think considering everything that the Raiders, everything that they've gone through the last couple of weeks, it's been kind of tumultuous for them. They haven't played great. I think they're going to look to really come out firing. The Raiders have that in them. The Raiders can really have those games where they just blow people out, but they can also get blown. So I'm really interested to see that. But I think the Dolphins will squeak this game out. I think the Dolphins, it'll be a close contest, but I think the Dolphins will win this one 24-20. I do.
Nice. Jay?
I'm gonna actually take the Raiders here.
Oof.
Kind of piggyback off of Cox's point. Just out of pure desperation. They absolutely need this win. They can't lose this game, or else they're done. And like Cox said, they have a tendency to either blow out people or get blown out. So I'm gonna just pretty much flip a coin here. I think either of these teams could win this game easily. But I think if I was betting money on it, I'd take the Raiders. Just like I said, just out of pure, they desperately need this win.
Fair. Got a score for us?
Let's go 24-21. Why not?
Real quick.
Yep.
I'm going to give my shot take for the week.
All right.
Myles Gaskin comes back this week.
Okay.
Myles Gaskin will have over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown.
All right.
Probably.
I hope so.
You know what? That's right. Yeah, that's not taken. We'll go 150 yards rushing
probably.
and 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Ooh, Supaishi.
Okay, that's spicy. I like that.
Yeah.
No,
it's got a little kick to it.
I had to add some red pepper flakes.
Unc, what do you got?
I think this is a really, I think it's going to be a real. However, I'm going to give the coach. First of all, I'm going to give a coaching edge to the Dolphins here. Yeah. I think that coach is just really smart. I think he knows, and to me, his coaching is going to have to come into play here, because I think if Tua struggles, you have a guy like Fitz who can come in and rally that team. So I think Tua's on a short leash. I think it's it's a game where I think if he struggles, it's not going to be that big of a deal. He'll put Fitz in. Maybe if he struggles, maybe he'll put him in the second half. He comes in, and I think they win the game. I don't know. There's something about Gruden coach teams. They're just so up and down. I think he's overrated, or just maybe the game has just passed him by. I don't know. I just don't see it, man. I think the Dolphins win this.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say my score. I actually had it written down here. I have Dolphins winning 24-17. Win by a touchdown.
I wanted to pose something that I heard Mike Florio bring up on talk I think it was last week, that if any other coach were coaching the Raiders right now, would they not be on the hot seat to get fired?
Yeah, 100%.
John such a long leash with that organization.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And just on pure name alone.
Yeah.
And this is coming 100%. From the man who delivered us our.
Yeah.
Like, he's completely overrated. 100%. The only reason why they won that Super Bowl was because they didn't change the playbook from the year before when he coached there.
I didn't like the hire from the start. I thought it was a gimmicky kind of like, he's a
especially
big
for 10 years.
Hire. Yeah, I mean, he's fine, I guess.
Yeah,
he's not like Belichick. You give that kind of contract and money to Belichick. You don't give it to fucking John Gruden. In the analyst booth for 10 years.
See, the shocking thing about all that to me, I'm actually shocked at how well he's done, considering the fucking cockamanian harebrained moves he's made. Who fucking yeets Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper out of your organization and does as well as he does? I gotta give him something for that, because that's fucking unbelievable.
He's a prima donna.
But to be fair, on the flip side of the coin, they maybe win 2 Super Bowls if they keep those guys.
That's true.
Already. But you'll never know because of the Gruden way. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Somebody else would absolutely be on the hot seat. In this game, I have the Dolphins because I trust that defense. I trust that coach. And I think, again, Gaskin's coming back is a huge deal. Again, I don't want to say who plays quarterback for them is relevant, but they've shown versatility at the position and finding ways to win regardless of who's back there. With that in mind and the fact that they know they need to win both, I think Flores has that, almost like we talked about with the Browns now, that get your fucking lunch pail mindset, we're going to work, more than the Gruden guys will.
Yep.
They don't have they're built different. The teams are built different. And I think give me the Flores guys who all year have been getting their lunch pail, going to work, earning that money, and getting these wins. I am excited. I want to see this Dolphin team make the playoffs because I like what they're doing with that organization. Sorry, Jay. I know you hate them. I know you think they're the worst team in the NFL.
I really fucking hate them.
But
we knew when you picked the Raiders.
Yeah.
We knew.
Give me 24-17 Dolphins.
Same as mine.
Yeah. That was a good score. I liked that one, so I stole it. So next up we have Falcons v Chiefs, and I think I'll go to Jay first here.
Are we doing analysis or just doing picks at this point?
We're in the rapid fire section, but if you have anything deep you want to say.
I don't have anything deep. Give me the Chiefs here, 31-20.
That's fair. Cox 8?
Yeah, I mean, I just went a little deep because my but the Chiefs are going to win this one. There's no analysis here. The Chiefs are. I mean, the Chiefs might snooze a little bit in the first half. It's not going to. Chiefs are going to win this one. I'll take 31-10, sure.
Nice, Uncle.
Chiefs 40-28.
Oof.
Solid score. Yeah, I think it's going to be something. Give me the Chiefs as well. Give me something like 31-28. Let me say that because I think in the first half, the Falcons come out to a 28-0 lead and they blow it again because that's all they fucking do this year because they cannot keep a lead. So I'm taking that score. I'm taking that score exclusively for that joke. So I don't actually think it'll be that close. But if that does happen, I'm going to look like a fucking big brain genius.
They're actually going to change the logo to the Heimlich when.
That'd be great. Very important game for me, and I think Jay. Up next here, we got the Bears versus the Jaguars. Let's go to Mario first.
Jay, I'm going to give you another Christmas gift, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think the Jags are going to pull this game out. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why I think so. But I know the Bears are home. But listen, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. No, I just have a feeling. I think it's going to be a close game, but I really do. I just have a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a feeling things are going to turn around. And you'll be right back into that Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. It's one of those things where you're just like, really? Now they're like, the Jets are content. They're like, well, we have Sam Darnold. He's a player. But how great would it be for the Jags to pull one out? And now it's like, poor Sam. Poor Sam got to fucking hear all bullshit all week now. We got a shot now. It's just the way things go. I'm gonna say the Jags are gonna win 20-14.
Wow, what a take, Coxey.
Right. I like it.
So, Mario's right. The Bears are very up and down, but these the last 3 weeks. So something we've been crying about the Bears for a while is that where's their offense? Well, the last 3 weeks they put up over 30 points. I don't know where the hell that's come from. I don't know where this resurgence is. But apparently Trubisky's playing, a lot more focus, a lot, more attentive during meetings. He's much more there with it. And the Jags are they're a one-dimensional offense in terms of it's James Robinson and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see the Bears losing this one. They need to win and, keep any sort of playoff hopes alive. So they're gonna win this one, and the Jags are gonna try to lose. They're gonna make sure they lose. So give me the Bears here. I'll take 34-10. 34-10 Bears.
Gotcha. Yes.
Yeah, I would love for the Jags to win this. It would be fucking awesome. But yeah, the Bears are winning this one probably. Give me 31-17.
Fair enough. I so badly want to go with the happiest timeline for everybody, which is Jags win, because not only does that put Jay back in the first overall pick, it clinches a playoff spot for Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And if Allen Robinson shits the bed, I have a shot to come back in my fantasy championship. So everything in my heart and in Dream World, in the perfect timeline, wants me to pick the Jags. But I have another crown to defend, and that's the predictions crown. So I got to pick the Bears, even though every other aspect of my life wants that to not happen. So I'm begrudgingly picking Mitchell, do I play football, Trubisky, to win a football game. Which sounds asinine until you realize who they're playing. And then you're like, okay, yeah, let's, sure. This is what I'm doing with this game is I watch I don't know, fucking, what's it? 17-19. There are several safeties in this game. I don't know. Fuck it.
Wow.
Fuck it.
Nice. I like that a lot.
I just want that game to be as messy as possible. Oh, man. We have Bengals v. Texans. Cox.
Oh, Jesus. What analysis there to do? The Texans have looked like absolute dog shit the last few weeks. Do they continue to look like dog shit? I don't know. And the Bengals just pulled up an upset against the Steelers, and they're probably gonna completely check out. So, Jesus Christ, I don't know. I guess I'll go with the better quarterback, which is still Deshaun Watson.
I was gonna say Finley.
Yeah. So I'll take the Texans. I mean, they're at home too, so I'll take the Texans. Like 27-23, I guess.
Fair enough.
Screw it. I'm gonna go 34-3 because both their defenses are total shit.
Fair enough. Yes, never mind, Mario.
I'm going with the Bengals, man. I think they have the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Cox is right. The Texans have looked like shit. And listen, that Bengals defense. They're tough. They're scrappy. They come to play, even though they're limited in talent.
Mm-hmm.
They do come to play. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I'm just going with the Bengals. 27-21.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'll go next. I think I'm not. Fuck him. I'm not going to wait for him. I'm going. I learned a lot watching the Bengals play the Steelers last week. They played like we were talking about with a lot of fire. They were into that game. I think a lot of that had to do with Juju TikToking all over the fucking logo, which was something we didn't cover, but fucking read the room again. That was a read the room situation. He's now decreed he's not going to do it anymore. And we're like, it shouldn't have to be something you have to say. But so he gave them all the bulletin board material they needed. That being said, this behooves Cincinnati to lose this game. So give me the Texans. Again, from the talent aspect, they do have more talent. I don't think them coming out against the Texans with that same fire behooves them in any way. They want a better draft pick. They want to continue the rebuild they're doing. You don't want to go on a run when you're the top, like bottom four teams at this point in the season. So it will behoove the Bengals to lose this game, and I think they will. Partially, I want another Texans win because I don't know why I have such a soft spot for him, but I want Romeo Crennel to get that job. So if the more success he can show, the better it looks for him there. So give me the Texans. Oh God, both the defenses are suspect. 31-27.
Yeah, and real quick, I think we saw them play their Super Bowl. That's the against the Steelers was. I think at this check out
100%. Jay.
Yeah, Texans for sure. I'm this game's. I'm going to take the better quarterback. Deshaun's just hands down the better quarterback, obviously. So yeah, give me like 30 to 10.
Oh wow, big game. Interessante there.
I think they blow them out.
Fair enough. Oh, we got what I think is going to be a very interesting watch next in the Colts versus the Steelers.
Ooh.
Jay, let's go to you first, just so you don't run off on me again.
Sorry, my phone was about to die, and that's put the hotspots on, so that's my bad.
Fair enough.
Give me the Colts here. They have one of the better defenses in the NFL by far. The Steelers, I think we know, are frauds at this point. Yeah, give me the Colts like 28-13.
Using the F word on an 11-win team, very spicy. Unc, what do you got?
I got the Colts, man. I got the Colts. I think the Steelers, like I said earlier, that team is they're missing key pieces on defense. And the Colts, man, I think they're gonna roll. I think it's gonna be close, but it's gonna be 28-21 Colts.
Gotcha. Oh my God, huge play. Somebody caught the ball. I think it was Juszczyk for the Niners.
Somebody caught the ball.
And he bobbled it and kicked it up, and Buddha fucking caught it for the pick.
I love that.
Oh, it hit the ground, it looks like, actually. Fuck.
It was a good play, though.
I think it hit the ground. Oh, I got wiggly there.
You did.
Cox, did you go? I was distracted.
Look, I was saying this after the Steelers. I think the Steelers might lose. Like, it's totally possible they lose out. That they're gonna playing the Colts and then they're at the Browns. They might lose out.
Tough, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, their offense looks bad. Like, Ben can't throw it downfield, and considering the speed wide receivers they have, that's how you'd want to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's downfield and run the ball. They can't run the ball. Their offense sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And the Colts defense is so good. and they're going to be able to pick apart that defense with no real pass rush anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me the Colts here. I think the Colts at home can win this game, and they need to. They want to win that division. And
Yeah.
they got to keep pace with Derrick Henry and the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take.
You know what I find hilarious? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. What do you find hilarious?
There is a timeline in which the Steelers missed the playoffs, in which you would have a team that went 11-0 and missed the playoffs. And I want that to happen really bad.
Have they not clinched? I thought the Steelers clinched a spot.
I thought so too.
Nope, I don't think so. No, I could be.
That's
I could
crazy.
be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's
I would
either.
love that.
Yeah. I think
might
it's
not
the
have.
Steelers, but I could.
I think it's between the. I think there's a timeline if the Dolphins win out, they're 11 wins and they're out,
Yeah.
or there's something weird that can happen there. I think it's also with the Colts and the Browns.
No, the Steelers have clinched a playoff.
It's the Browns. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
The Steelers have clinched.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
still,
there's a timeline in which the Browns go 11-5 and miss the playoffs.
but still, dude, the Steelers are. They're gonna. I honestly think they lose out. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think they lose this game. I think they lose this game bad. I think they, as Ben said, and I think they lose this game 34-17.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I also, it's a clean sweep. I also have the Colts, but that's because I've been on the Colts wagon all year. I knew this team was going to be good, and
Quietest good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Philip Rivers does.
Yeah, he tends to do that, and I think it continues here. I think they win the game. I like all the points y'all made about it. I think the Steelers are looking very suspect right now, and that's normally not something you can say about them, which is concerning. Yeah, give me, I don't know, give me 27-21. Why not? That's a score that could happen. What do we have next? Panthers.
I don't know if you can hear that. If that came cat feeder, I don't want to get freaked out. What's going on?
Okay.
Cat feeder.
Cat feeder. That's fine. Speaking of cats, we got Panthers versus Washington. I'm the king of segues, baby. Mario, let me know what you think, because this is a near and dear game to you.
Yeah, this is so near and dear to me. I would love for the Panthers to win. Listen, in the perfect world, Dwayne Haskins doesn't play. I mean, this is what he doesn't play, and they bring the third string in, and then I think the Panthers beat them handily. But with that being said, I'm still gonna go with the Panthers here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going with my heart. But I think it's going to be a squeaker. I think the Panthers are let's give me a 21-17 Panthers. I think Haskins hopefully shits the bed or doesn't play at all. So we'll see.
I like that.
What's the spread? -1 Washington.
Oh,
Let's see it's -1 now.
Okay.
Damn.
So we'll see. Like I said, I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm going to take the Panthers.
Nice. Coxey.
This is tough. If in a perfect world, Dwayne Haskins would not play, and Christian McCaffrey would, but I have a feeling that Dwayne Haskins is going to play. Christian McCaffrey is not going to play.
What kind of backwards ass pageantry is that, NFL?
It's a crying shame. I don't know. And Ron Rivera is going to want nothing more than to stick it to the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
An organization that just completely said, screw you, we're going to move in a different direction, even though it was very clear that he was not the problem at the organization at all. Ron Rivera completely put them back on the map, and they got rid of him in Washington. Smartly said, come run everything.
Yeah.
And I think Washington will win this game, and I think their strong run defense will show up, and they'll be able to stop the Carolina Panthers offensively. And I think I think Washington will win this game. It'll be a low-scoring game, but Washington will win this game like 20-10.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, 8.
Cox makes some good points there with the revenge game aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of that either.
I originally had the Panthers winning this. I think I'm still gonna take the Panthers just because Dwayne Haskins is he's not good.
He's a bitch.
He wanted to say it.
He is a bitch.
He did.
Give me the Panthers. I think it'll be a tight, low-scoring affair. Maybe like 23-20, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go 23-20.
Gotcha. I have the Panthers. For a myriad of reasons. I love Ron Rivera, as we all know. I love the front line on Washington, as we all know. Rivera's going to want to get this game going for them. He's going to have that defense pin their ears back and go after Teddy. He wants to make a statement, which I love and respect. And if there's a front that's going to do it, it's going to be Washington. However, Dwayne Haskins is going to blow this game for them somehow, to begin with. The other big thing, Terry McLaurin's not playing. Scary Terry's out.
Good point.
That's true.
And that doesn't bode well for them. So with that being said, I think those two major factors, the Haskins factor and the McLaurin factor, edges this back in Carolina's favor, because I don't think the coaching gap is that big between Rule and Rivera. They're both very, very good. And Mike Davis, we know, is a pretty good supplement for McCaffrey. I like those wideouts over there in Carolina. Yeah. If that line can keep Bridgewater upright with the heat that he's going to be taking, they'll win this game. And I think that, again, like I said, coupled with Terry being out and things like that, puts this in Carolina's favor. Give me, I think it'll be close. Give me like a 17-10 affair.
I do wish I wish we knew whether or not. I think that's gonna. If Gibson and McLaurin, then my pick's gonna suck and not even at all.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah, Gibson's a dude. I like Gibson.
He's a dude.
He's very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we have. Let me learn how to read. The Broncos versus the Chargers. I don't remember where I started, so Jason, take this one.
Give me the Chargers. Again, better quarterback. I'm going with Herbert.
Gotcha. Cox, say.
Give me 30 to 21.
Sure. Cox.
Yeah, this is the biggest game of who the hell cares. I'll go with the Chargers. Just because Herbert. Just because of Herbert, and I'll go 30-20.
Gotcha. Uncle.
Chargers, 28-17. Nice and sweet.
Ooh, I like that score, and I like that team. It's a clean sweep again. We all have the Chargers. Everybody knows I'm a Justin Herbert, Stanley Yelnats. I need him to have a game for me to have a chance in this fantasy championship, so I want him to sling it against the Broncos. So let me take that one. I need it to be high scoring too, for my sake. So let's make it like a 41-27 game.
Okay.
And you were talking about the battle of who the hell cares. I actually think that's this next game, Coxie. We have Eagles versus Cowboys. Since it's a division matchup for Mario, I'll have him lead.
Yeah.
Listen, I never thought you would ever hear this. It's probably the last time you ever hear it out of my mouth, but I'm rooting for the Eagles on this one.
Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
The Cowboys are 5-9. The Cowboys can conceivably win the next 2 games and win the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the division's fault.
Of course. That's nor here. That's nor here nor there. Listen, it's the NFC least. We know that. But listen, I think the Eagles are clicking right now with Hurts. I think Hurts gives them that edge. That gives them that edge over the Cowboys. The Cowboys they're just such a weird team. You never know when the defense is going to actually show up. The secondary is spotty. I just think the Eagles. I think the Eagles pull this out, and it helps me out because listen, at 4-9, it gives me a little cushion there. Dallas loses, they're basically pretty much, we don't have to worry about them anymore. So yeah, give me the Eagles. I have 24-17.
Nice. I like that. Coxate.
Yeah, I something we didn't really cover. In fact, in our absence is Hurts has arrived, and I think with this game right here. I mean, the past two. I think the Eagles are going to win this game, and I think we're really seeing the cementing of Jalen Hurts as a starter, and Carson Wentz is gone. And I think even like Carson Wentz is talking like, I don't want to be a back. And if I were his agent, that's what I'd be telling him to do. Lower your trade value. It's easier to get you. And I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of someone wanting to get out. A lot of negative talk about the Eagles, organization from him, and especially in the offseason. And I think the Eagles are going to win this game with Hurts. Hurts is such a dual threat, much better a dual threat, and can throw the ball better with this offense. And Deshaun Jackson is going to be off IR, so watch for that coming. Maybe not this week, but next week. But I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game big. I think I'm going to go 34-13.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huge.
To see it.
Yeah, Zay, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles here as well. I think Jalen Hurts, as Cox said, he's coming in on it, and he's been just phenomenal. I mean, a lot of people question whether or not he would be a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. And again, it's a small sample size, but he's been playing really well. So yeah, give me Jalen Hurts here in a 28-21 win for the Eagles.
I really hope they credit that sack to Hassan Reddick. Please give that one to Reddick. Just sacked him inside the 5. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I keep getting distracted.
We all got the game cast up.
Okay. Did Reddick get credit for it?
I'm watching it too.
It's a split sack between Blackson and
You're not
Reddick.
alone.
Okay. We'll take it.
Cleaned it up.
He sure did. I'm sorry to interrupt. Where were we at with that?
Oh, you're fine. I took the Eagles 28-21.
Lovely. Boys, you can't keep doing this to me. It's another clean sweep. I'm taking the Eagles as well. The Hurts factor is gigantic. Although I will give a little credit. Dalton's looked pretty good in that backup role. I'm a little impressed with what's going on with him. Give me the Eagles. Give me probably a 2-score game. Give me like a 24-14 affair, something like that. One quick thing, because it's been kind of lingering throughout the season, and I've wanted to talk about it, but we never got a chance real fast. But is Zeke Elliott washed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, is he done? Do we not believe in Zeke anymore?
Done.
Yes.
Done.
What do we think? What do we think the reason for that is? Just real
I think
quick.
the offensive line, I think the offense has been, listen, the Cowboys for 3 years plus probably had the best offensive line in football. And you're starting to see guys getting hurt. That offensive line is not as good as it was. They're missing a couple key factors. And Zeke gets beat up. He's gotten beat up this year. He really has. He's hurting. I wouldn't say he's washed up, but I just think that, he's as good as that offensive line takes him.
That's fair.
I think what we're seeing is, I think this is.
Oh, he dropped it.
I think this is what we're seeing on the running back position as a whole, is that you basically run them into the ground during their rookie contract, and then after that, they're probably not gonna be worth the money.
You got to fucking catch that, Dan Arnold. Anyways.
It means nothing to you people. No, the running back position is completely. We're seeing the evolution of it right before our eyes, and it's now completely devalued. You basically run around, and then you get to their second contract, and you try to not have to pay them. If you don't have to pay them money, then you can continue on with them. But with Zeke, they've paid him so much money that now it's not worth it anymore. It's just not worth it. And you look at what Tony Pollard's doing. Tony Pollard is just as good, if not better. And you're seeing that the offensive line makes the running back, not the running back makes the offensive line of the team. And we're seeing this, and we've talked about this. The offensive line is so much more valuable to an offense and to a football team than any other position. And it's such a valued position. And it's a crime because the offensive line breaks your football team. And we're seeing the evolution and the understanding of that right before our eyes in these last few years.
Yeah.
People like Zeke Elliott.
Yeah.
And Tony Pollard is going him as the number one guy, and they're going to try and get rid of him. And they're going to realize that contract was a mistake. They shouldn't have paid him that money. They should have paid that money to Dak Prescott and completely moved on from Zeke. That's what they should have done.
Gotcha. Yeah. Anything more?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Just real quick, I'll give you a name out there. Will totally prove Cox's point. DeMarco Murray.
Yes, 100%.
DeMarco Murray.
100%.
DeMarco Murray was running behind that offensive line, and he was like, wow, this guy is amazing. He goes to a team, not so good of an offensive line.
Where is he?
Where did he go? You never heard of him again.
He's bagging groceries.
Bagging groceries somewhere. Hopefully he saves some money.
Yeah, hopefully. I think running back's the most overrated position in football right now. I think Cox is right. We're starting to see that teams are realizing, look, it's more the offensive line than it is the running back, and that's just the way it is. And
absolutely,
I think we're gonna start to see running backs just bounce around the league.
Yep.
There are anomalies to that, though. I think Derrick Henry got paid, and look at him. Yeah. I think he's the exception, not the rule.
That's the thing; they're anomalies.
Yeah.
Not the rule. Yeah. They're anomalies.
They're the exception. I also appreciate each and every one of you really heeding my direction of real quick on that one because we just spent about 10 minutes on it. So thanks. Let's move on. We have a game I'm very fucking interested in the Rams versus the Seahawks going forward. But let's have Jay, who I know is actually better at doing this real quick than the other two schmoes here. Real quick, what do you think?
This is gonna be a tight one. I want to go Rams here. Give me 31-28.
Gotcha. Cox?
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, the Rams are looking to, but the Seahawks are they want to put the foot on the throat, and I just think Russell Wilson's not going to let that happen. It's Jared Goff, and I'm going to take Russell Wilson and Russell Wilson on his own. I'm gonna take him 30 to 20.
Fair enough. Hunk.
Rams were embarrassed last week. This is a game where they're home. They want this one. I think give me the Rams. It can go either way. What's that?
Seahawks are at home.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, Seahawks are the home team.
You're on my thing. Okay. No, I mean, I still think the Rams will. I think the Rams want this one. I think give me 28-21. It can go either way. I think Seahawks could win by 28-21. But I'm going to flip a coin. I'm going with the Rams.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think the Rams are going to be coming in pissed off. That's that was one they had circled on their schedule as a win that they didn't. So I think they will be incredibly motivated to come in and win this game. That being said, I don't think they do, because I need the Rams to lose as many games as possible down the stretch. And the biggest favor Seattle can do for us is to beat these guys. Because it's really not relevant if they win the division, but the more that those guys slide, the easier it will be for us to grab one of those spots. This is all nullified if fucking Chicago shits the bed tomorrow, and that's ideal. But I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I'm gonna take the Seahawks because I think we're learning that as that division's been super competitive this year, Seahawks are the best team out of the three. They've all kind of had big oopsie games this year, all three teams, but I think in that matchup, Just because they've been doing it for so long, I guess give me Seattle, but I could again 100% see the Rams winning that game. But I'm gonna go with it's such a fun division. I'm gonna go with what helps me the most, and I'm doing that one since I couldn't pick the Jags in good conscience. I'm picking it here instead to help me out.
I respect that.
Yeah. Next we got Titans v Packers. Let's go to Yaz.
Ooh. Fuck, that's a good game.
It's a great game.
I'm gonna take the Pack here. Give me Aaron Rodgers throwing it for like 450 against the Titans.
Jesus.
Oof. Shot take?
Yeah.
35-28.
That's a shot take right there.
It is. It's got to be.
It's a lot of yards, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think
nice.
I like the Pack come in and just get it done. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. They tend to do that. Cox 8.
I'm going to take the Titans because the Packers defense is not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's not good. Derrick Henry can run. You can run on the Packers. You can.
You sure can.
And the Packers are going to have a hard time with Derrick Henry, 100%. And I honestly think Aaron Rodgers, I think they're still kind of a little overrated when it comes to facing those big teams that can stop Aaron Rodgers. If you can kind of hold Devontae Adams just a little bit, you can really stop them because their other wide receivers. And I'm going to take the Titans here, away from home, needing a win. I'm going to take them 34 to 27.
Nice. Unc, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going with the Titans on this one. I know Aaron Rodgers, but like Cox, I think that Titans defense is good. I think I also think that Henry will run. Give me 31-28. It's going to be that kind of a game.
Yeah.
Titans.
It's a toss up for sure. Yeah.
Fuck. Hop is down. That's not good.
Not good at all.
Is it good?
It's in his belly.
Yeah, Cardinals a can of Stickum.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he dropped it, but he was blanketed, and he think he took a helmet to the gut there.
He usually comes down with that.
Yeah, he has abs. Something's hurting in his abs. Anyway.
Something in the abdomen. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Anyways, I'll take the Titans. Cox hammered at home a lot of the points I was going to make. You can run on the Pack. I like that organization. That organization with Vrabel as the coach tends to surprise people. They're very well coached, very efficient. And I will take them to win. And here's my shot take, boys. And it's partially because I believe it could happen and partially because I need it to happen to win money in fantasy. Derrick Henry goes over 200 rush yards and 3 TDs.
Love that. That's a great shot.
That's what I'm hammering home.
We see that happening.
That's what I'm going with. He's, oh my God, the king.
He's insane.
Very nice.
Bend the knee. And last but not least, we have Bills versus Patriots. I'm going to go to his boyfriend first and Ryan Cox. And,
we all know what's happening. I'm taking the
Patriots. Which Bill are you taking? Buffalo Bills or Bill Belichick? You want to fillet them both.
This is a tough one. Cox.
Luckily, you have 2 hands. Luckily, he has 2 hands.
He's not going to pick his Gumad. He's going to pick his number 1 wife.
taking Josh Allen and the Bills.
Because he's younger and his body's more supple.
He's developed.
He's gonna run all over me, just like I.
Oh God!
This Buffalo Bills team is, like I said, they're the second best team in the AFC. And what have we seen? They are now the number 2 seed in the AFC. They beat the Steelers. They are the second best team in the AFC. And I think they can compete. I don't think they can beat the Chiefs, but they can compete with the Chiefs. They will destroy the Patriots. They haven't swept the Patriots since 1999. That was the last time. I'm pretty sure that was the last time they did. they're going to decimate the Patriots, and they're going to beat them. They're going to blow them off the field. This is going to be a 38-10 demolishing of Bill Belichick, and it's going to be glorious.
Okay, I'm going to go to Yaz immediately because he probably wants both teams to explode.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the best thing to happen. But anyway, I hate the Bills. I fucking despise the Patriots. Give me the Bills in a fucking blowout. I want to see Bill frowning on the sideline for fucking 3 quarters.
That's what he does anyway.
That's my boy.
Give me the Bills 31-10. Fuck the Pats.
Love it. Love it. Unk.
Well, I'll just want to say real quick, after Cox's whole summation there, I just feel like I just got out of a bathhouse and I need to take a shower. But I have the Bills all day. I think the Bills are going to win 40-17 is the score I have written down.
That's a nice one.
17. And how's this for a shot take?
Lay it on me.
I have Josh Allen rushing for over 120 yards.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
And Cam Newton throws 3 picks.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. So both things have to happen.
Both things have to happen.
I'm coming out swinging.
I love that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. That's great.
Guys, I think you're forgetting that it's Bill Belichick.
Oh.
So honestly, this matchup's totally different. This matchup's totally different if they have Kiki QT. No, it's DD Westbrook. And a quarterback to be named.
Exactly.
That changes the complete complexion of this matchup. But since they don't have that, I don't see it. So I'm going to take the Bills. It's another clean sweep, but only for that reason, because I've been brainwashed all season to believe these things to be true. So give me the Bills. I want very much this to be the game that removes Cam Newton from the NFL.
Yeah.
He's not it. He's not it. He can't throw. He's nearly tied with me, and I haven't played an NFL snap.
I can't believe there was 31 other teams that passed on him.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, it's like insane. That take has aged well, though. Any other QB would be better, Cox. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that half of the take as a win for you. But I'll take the Bills. It's gonna be something obscene, like you guys said. I think in the 40s is a lot. Give me like a 38.
Gilmore.
Yeah, fair.
Gilmore's out though, so that's completely possible.
Give me 38-17. There's going to be a way that they find ways to score almost 20, because that's been their MO all season. They get to almost 20 in a weird denomination, and that's the games that they play. So give me that 38-17 Bills. Oh boy, I need a shower after that. That was a lot, boys.
Let's get to what we wanted to talk about.
Well, there's the shot takes. To reiterate, mine is 200 yards and 3 TDs for King Henry. Yes?
450 for Aaron Rodgers.
Gotcha.
Obviously.
Coxie.
Gaskin will have 150 touchdowns.
Love it. Unk.
Josh Allen over 120 yards with his feet, and Cam Newton throws 3 picks.
I love that.
There's some good.
Hold on. Let me reach in the bag of spices. One of them is for a pick 6.
Ooh.
I like it. I like it.
This man's bringing the kick. I don't know if we all lost our shot takes, but can we assume that we all did and take a collective shot before we go to the big question?
Let's do that.
Let's.
Yeah.
In the essence.
Let me go grab mine.
Of course.
Oh my God. The diva's never ready.
Never ready for.
Let me grab it. Let me grab mine real fast.
Sure.
I'm a diva too.
That's fine. The true pros and the real glue of this podcast are ready. I gotta be nice to you sometimes. I hate that you guys make me the fucking the parent who has to stand in between you guys all the time. That's bullshit, but hey.
The most responsible one has to be the parents.
Why am I the most responsible one? This is garbage.
That happened, but
Yeah, that's how you know that this is a complete, absolute fucking mess. I do remember my shot take, though, for argument's sake. I said that Kyler was going to have 3 total touchdowns and 1 was going to be rushing. That did not happen. So, RIP to me on that one.
I think I had like a Josh Allen for 4 total.
You love that, man.
I think he had 3.
You love that, man. Man, it would have been so cool if I called Hassan Reddick for 5 sacks, huh?
Only you had put money on that one.
Damn. That would have been insane. I love, for a spoiler, when we get into that, he's going to be one of my homer picks for when we talk about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I got my pick.
He just forced another fumble.
Yeah, dude, he's so good. He's so good.
What am I missing?
Hassan Reddick forced a fumble.
Yeah, he's so good. Player under review, but he's still.
Yeah. Hassan Reddick forced a fumble. So we all have our shots now, boys. Don't worry, as the true professionals we are, me and Cox stretch for time.
Not yet.
Do you have your cabin boy bringing it, Mario?
The content.
My little minion hasn't come back down with my shot.
Oh God. So we'll wait. We'll wait for that.
Yeah,
You can go.
get that for me. I said, go get me my bottle. I said, I got to use the bathroom before it's first on podcast history. Somebody pisses their pants doing a podcast.
Oh man, I'm sure it's happened before.
That'll get us the click.
Mm-hmm.
I think next week I'm just going to wear an adult Huggies
Where the
diaper or
depends.
something.
Yeah, where
The call stands, and I think they called a fumble. I can't tell because it's on mute. It was the call stands. That it was a fumble. Let's go.
Good.
Lovely stuff there.
Seconds left. Where are they at on the field?
I was
6.
yeah, 7-6. I think it's close to midfield. We have another Hail Murray coming in.
39. Yeah. 39 with 8 seconds. Yeah, do it.
We'll see. But let's get into. Oh no, he's got the shot coming. I was going to get into the big question, but let's do the shots first, boys.
To Josh Allen and the Bills.
Disagree. I was going to say to another great week of bullshit with you nerds.
Agree on that.
Yeah. To agreeing to disagree week in and week out.
There we go.
Love you guys.
I like it.
I dribbled on my custom jersey.
That was tasty.
Good stuff. All right. The big question this week, boys, the Pro Bowl rosters are out. If you want me to do a rundown, I'll run down the names right now because I have it up.
I got him.
But what I want to talk about with you guys, the big controversies that you guys think have happened. Who's in that absolutely should not be in? Who are the biggest snubs? And I'm sure there's going to be some homer picks in there as well. And I'd like to debate back and forth with everybody on.
I'll give you one that shouldn't be in. Evan Ingram. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for stealing my thunder. Now you're in my now. You're pissing in my backyard. Now you're pissing in my backyard.
Yeah. Got him. Mario, you can talk about it since he took it from you.
Yeah.
Listen, when it's funny because I know exactly where I was and what I was, and I saw it. And me and Owen were in the living room watching TV, and we both have the Bleacher Report app.
Mm-hmm.
And it came on, and at the same time, Owen looked at me, I looked at him, and he was like, "How the hell did Evan Ingram make the Pro Bowl?"
That's exactly the reaction you should have.
Yeah, I mean that's just ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. So what was for the Giants was it Bradbury and Ingram? Is that who it was, right?
Those are definitely two of them.
But Ingram, no, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Ingram and
Bradbury.
It looks like that's it. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was bullshit. Robert Tonyan should be in the Pro Bowl.
Seriously.
Yeah.
10 touchdowns. He's had a year.
I would take Rob Gronkowski as a freaking tight end over.
He's had a year, to be fair.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking egregious for being there. I'll let somebody else toss out another name.
How in the fuck did DeForest Buckner not make the fucking Pro Bowl?
Right.
Can someone tell me that? Can someone tell me how
it's
that happened?
It's a popularity contest, and Frank Clark,
Sorry.
Frank Clark and Chris Jones.
A man who we've seen makes all the difference on that defense. When he's not there, they're not the same defense at all.
Yeah.
Like 7.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, 24 hurries.
Yeah.
No fewer than fourth in tackles and 52. What the,
is he listed as? What's he?
And pass rush wins in 30. What the fuck does he have to do?
What is he listed as?
A defensive tackle.
Oh, okay. So you either get rid of Cam Hayward or Calais Campbell, then.
Cam Hayward didn't have that great of a season.
No, compared to DeForest Buckner. I'm sorry. We've seen what DeForest Buckner means to that defense. He is crucial. He is a Pro Bowl talent. 100%. I'm astounded.
Yeah.
And then, you know what?
Cam Hayward was one of the guys that made it that I was kind of surprised at. I think the name thing, because he had a fine season, but he didn't have a Pro Bowl season.
And then I'll give you my homer pick.
All right.
How in the fuck does Devin White not make the Pro Bowl? How does that not happen?
See, so here's my argument for you on that one.
Okay.
Because I think he should have made it. I'm not discounting that. But for me, the entire NFC linebacking core is all fucked up. Like the other major omission that I was going to talk about, so I'm glad you went like LBs here, is where the fuck is Roquan Smith?
Where?
He should be fuck Zadarius Smith, fuck Fred Warner.
Interior linebackers are fuck that position. Like,
yeah,
you omitted that position. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yes, of course, Bobby Wagner should be there. I get that. Fred Warner, not over the two guys we mentioned.
And Cox, what about somebody from your own team? Barrett. How does Barrett not make it?
Even
Barrett.
Even okay, so here's the defensive lead in solo in tackles. In tackles. Zach Cunningham. For the Houston Texans, 137 total tackles. Not even there.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck is what's happened?
It's the names.
On this.
Listen, Blake Martinez should have been in the running too.
Yes,
He's been a tackling machine.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
See, the problem is
none of the top tacklers are in there.
The problem is the way they distribute the number of slots per position is what I'm seeing. It's like you shouldn't have like 4 DNs or it's 3 or whatever. Shouldn't have 3 defensive tackles. Like the way they distribute things is really weird to me. And I don't super agree with it. Roquan Smith should be a Pro Bowler, bar none. Out of all the guys we've talked about,
even for the Bucks, like Jason Pierre, is there? Why? Like,
he had a good year,
or whatever. But I'm sorry, Devin Smith and Levante David are way more integral to that defense than Jason Pierre-Paul is. Like, I don't understand.
It's a lot. My homer pick, I think. It looks better in the last couple weeks, but my homer pick's definitely Hassan Reddick. That guy is playing his absolute balls off, especially the last like 3 or 4 weeks here. Like, I'm glad he's finally come around because we spent a first round pick on him a while ago and he was like kind of not panning out, and now he's like really woken up. So again, I see why he's not there because it's very recent. So it's probably after most of the voting was already done. So I get it, but. If we're talking on pure skill level, he's a guy I think should be there. Jay, I haven't heard from you in a minute. You got some takes for me?
Nothing too hot. I think like I was saying, Cam Hayward shouldn't have been in. I think Quentin Williams absolutely deserved a spot.
I would agree.
Yeah, he deserved it.
He had an insane year.
He's like he's the piece.
Yeah, it's a shame because he played for any other team, he probably makes it. But it's the Jets, and they've had a shitty year. So that would be my homer pick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Big Q.
That's fair.
I think he got snubbed a bit.
Yeah, a surprising thing.
I think Mekhi Becton,
yeah.
So I'm sorry, Mekhi Becton, but he just falling short, but he's an argument.
Yeah,
100% an argument.
Yeah, I just think he
I
was
think it
hurt too
wasn't
much.
for the.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say if he didn't miss those few games with the shoulder, I think he makes it.
That's fair.
Absolutely. Here's another guy. Terry McLaurin from the.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Over 1,000 yards, 80 catch, over 1,000 yards, and how does he not?
See. No, the thing is, I agree he's nuts, but the NFC wideouts are all fucking nuts.
That's true.
It's Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, and Justin Jefferson. Yeah. The only semi-argument you can make is to replace McLaurin with Jefferson. Yeah, but
I'd probably put Terry over Jefferson.
I would too.
Yeah, I could totally see that. The thing that is a little head scratcher to me is the AFC wideouts with AJ Brown. I think that's a little head scratchy to me.
Yeah, I mean he's very integral to that offense. But I mean, Corey Davis is just as integral there. So what's the difference? I easily replacing AJ Brown with somebody else.
It's actually hilarious because the NFC wideouts are clearly the stronger wideouts, but the AFC tight ends are so much better than the NFC tight ends. It's unbelievable, and I love that. I think that's really great. Another kind of shock to me, there are a bunch of quality corners in the NFC, and I think everybody who made it probably deserves to be there, but it's the first time in a while Pat Peterson's not there, and that was a little surprising to see. But the guys they have there, Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, Marshawn Lattimore, and James Bradbury, you can't really argue with.
Those are all really, really good corners. The
especially delicious thing I love for the NFC DBs is that Budda Baker is the starting safety over Jamal Adams. Let's go.
Budda Baker is so fucking good.
And now that you mention that, though, I have to. I'm a homer Giants, but Jabril Peppers has had an amazing year. He's had an amazing year, and he was snubbed. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for him, I'm telling you, our defense would be nowhere near as potent as it is right now without him.
Right. And obviously, this is the Pro Bowl and is very much kind of seen as a little bit of a joke at this point. You know what I mean? It's an accolade and it helps for Hall of Fame discussions and things like that, but it's not the be all end all. The big thing is all pros. The all pro teams, first and second, because they're more exclusive. And they tend to get it right more because it's more Associated Press and it's less fan voting and things like that. So out of the people we talked about, or even if there's somebody we haven't mentioned, find somebody if you can think about it, who missed the Pro Bowl that you think will make the All-Pro team either first or second. Because for me, it's Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
Roquan Smith's probably going to be an All-Pro.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to stick with Quentin Williams. I think he's going to be an All-Pro at some point in his career.
I mean, for this year though.
I still think it's Devin White. I think it's Devin White. Devin White's going to be an All-Pro linebacker. He just has to be.
So these are people who were snubbed from the Pro Bowl All-Pro.
Yeah, that we think will make the All-Pro team because it's
Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert
is an All-Pro QB.
Justin Herbert was taking over Watson. I think they've had comparable seasons. I think Herbert has probably been a little bit more important to his team than Watson.
No, I get it, but I think that two QBs get All-Pro. I think it's one of those things. Yeah. Two QBs in the league get All-Pro.
All right. I thought it was a team that they pick. Yeah, I thought they just picked,
So my case for Devin White is just 8 sacks, right? This is before the game today. So 8 sacks, 130 combined tackles, 13 tackles for loss, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery from the inside linebacker position.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's an all pro.
Mm-hmm.
That is
an all pro.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
With the late season he's had, Hassan Reddick's making an argument from the ILB position himself.
I'd agree.
Well, can he send his trophy to the Giants?
That's fair. He's also.
It's kind of hard to say, wow, this guy's really lit it up. He had 5 sacks in one game.
I mean, he's got like 14 on the season.
That's true.
5 of them are against us. I'm just saying.
So I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach.
Full.
I want to clarify. I'm not a coach, Mario. But I think Joe Judge should advise those guys to fucking block him if they don't want that to happen.
Well, listen, he did. He put
the problem.
He did though. He put the Pro Bowl tight end Evan Ingram.
That's right. That's right.
Come on.
That should show you anything. From the QB position, real fast, I do think Deshaun Watson's the weak link there. Do we think Herbert gets that spot in the AFC over just to solidify?
Should have gotten that spot. I do.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's totally fair. Anybody else in the AFC we could think of maybe rationalizing?
Jacobs, maybe, but who do you replace him with? Like I don't know. Josh Jacobs scream like Pro Bowl or All Pro to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But who do you replace him with?
Mm-hmm.
Is the question that you ask after?
Yeah.
I don't have.
Oh, you know who it is? It's Robinson from the fucking Jags.
That's 100%. You know what? You're 100%.
That's
100% who it is.
He should be in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
He should be. That's another crime. Undrafted free agent. Great story. I think he's 3rd in the league in rush yards or something insane.
I think so.
Insane
on that team. That sucks.
He should have a nod. He probably should have gotten it over Jacobs. And I like Jacobs.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an argument for him to make it over Chubb or Henry, but he should probably have that 3rd spot. A similar story could kind of be told, not really, because the backs are so good in the NFC, but you could argue Gibson from Washington might get that spot over Jones because he's been very, very good.
You could.
But I think they nailed the QBs. I think those are the 3 QBs, Rodgers, Wilson, and Murray.
Yeah.
I think that's what you do.
I'm not gonna even try.
Yeah.
I'm not even try.
Yeah. I know people wanted Brady. He's
still threats.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers is just such a great pure passer.
Yeah, and he's having a crazy year is the other big thing there.
Did you mention Levante?
Yeah.
Oh, Levante David. Yeah. I mean, White is better. Levante David is still better.
They both should have made it though. They both should have made it.
100%. Yeah, I don't get JPP at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's not what those two are at all.
It's a name thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah,
if you have that name, you're gonna get it. Even a great season or not as good as somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The name is everything. It
should be Bobby. It should be Bobby Wagner and White. That's who it should be for the inside line.
Yeah.
Kudos to Chase Young getting one in his rookie year as well, just real fast.
100%.
He deserved it.
Yeah,
he did.
Mm-hmm. Well, just with there being so few spots, there's 3 DN spots, so that's a testament to him.
I'm happy to see Buda Baker make it.
Yeah,
I'm happy to see Young
Buda's a baller.
Young Huku's story is good, and he's. God, what a kicker he's become.
Yeah.
He's
good. Then just real quick for argument's sake, because he's always fucking there, Matt Slater with his 7th or 8th fucking special teams Pro Bowl appearance. This brings up an interesting thing I want to talk to you guys about. Where's the precedent for special teamers in the Hall of Fame? Do you think there's...
I don't know.
There's been some good ones, man.
But Matthew Slater needs to be 100. He needs to start because that dude is and you look at how. Oh, I'm sorry, but you look at how the Patriots have viewed special teams. each of those three as 1/3
Mm-hmm.
of the overall team. And Matthew Slater has been such an integral part of that special teams unit that I don't see how you can leave him out of the Hall of Fame for his contributions to that dynasty. He was part of that late dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
What about Tasker from the Bills?
Well, that was the argument, because I actually read an article about this, which is why I brought it up, is Slater was saying, because they were talking to him about it, that if they want to start doing that, Steve Tasker has to go in first.
I would agree.
Oh, of course.
I would agree.
He's a semifinalist again this year.
The first guy that came to my mind.
Yeah.
The first guy that came to my mind when you said special teams.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of? The guy was just unbelievable.
I mean, ST's there's initials, so like
needs to have like they need to like overhaul how they do the Hall of Fame. I feel like there has to be a specific number of players for a specific for every position that gets in. Just because it's always the fucking quarterbacks, it's always the running backs, it's always the wide receivers. Offensive linemen like almost never go in unless you were like the best offensive line for like 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
And kickers never go in. I think they just need to overhaul how they do the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
It almost seems like there should be like a whole team here.
Yeah.
It should be super fun because then we could have the conversation. Okay, well, what Hall of Fame your best?
So
like if you
I like that a lot.
And like every year you have like the best offensive unit, the defensive unit, the special teams unit, and have all of those and just build teams that way. And then in Madden you can have like the team, the 2021 Hall of Fame team. Do that would be fun.
If it prints money,
I like the idea of having like categories, like say this year, you do have a one guy from special teams, makes it, and one guy, and that could be a kicker, that could be a gunner or somebody who's just been whatever, and then you have like defensive end for AFC, NFC, like categories. This is a lot of times these people just get passed over. And there's a lot of guys out there that aren't in. Listen, as a Giants fan, Harry Carson, I mean, Carl Banks. Carl Banks is not in the Hall of Fame.
Marty Lyons isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Another guy, another amazing guy that was a great lineman that just should be in. He should be in.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's just crazy how it all works, but I'm glad we were able to discuss this. You guys have any parting thoughts about the Pro Bowl or this whole legacy thing that this kind of divulged into or anything like that?
Not on this. I do have a part.
What is it?
I just want to give condolences. There was the kid from Utah.
Oh yeah.
Who died? He was the offensive player of the year for rookies. I forget his name.
I just saw it too. I know who you were talking about.
Ty Jordan.
Yeah.
He died tragically at 19, and that's just. I do want to send condolences to his family, and that's a tragic loss. It really is.
Never something you want to see in any aspect.
No, not at all.
In any aspect, football or not, unfortunate. So our hearts and our thoughts go out to anybody affected by that. Of course, it's
during the holidays.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah.
Best wishes and thoughts go out to those involved with that. Well put. I think that's a good way to put a bow on it, boys. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah. So like we said at the jump, we hope you had a wonderful and happy holiday season. Things are starting to get crazy here down the stretch run, so things are going to get real exciting going forward. So thanks for sticking with us. As always, we hope that your team wins, unless they're playing one of our teams. Then we hope you get blown out of the fucking building. But we hope you have a wonderful week. We'll be back next week, hopefully at our regularly scheduled time, barring any. Oh wait, it's fucking New Year's Eve, isn't it? We got to figure some shit out with that. So programming subject to change, but stick with us. But we hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys all next week. Say bye, guys.
Peace and love.
Ta-ta for now.